Question. Are you ready, guys? Any question before we proceed?
Sekejap, tanya dulu juga lah.
Are you ready, guys?
Alright.
Dah sedia semua?
Naik pangkat dah nanti kot. Pangkat doktor lah, doktor lagi lah. Bukan pakar lah. Doktor biasa lah, belum pakar ni, dia ambil pakar ni.
All right. Today we're going to start with the another fundamental. Okay. Firstly, I'd like to draw this diagram, which is called capital structure. Boleh nampak ni? Ya. Wah, sikit. Okay, boleh nampak ni kan? This is what we call the capital structure. Okay, bagi yang tak nampak itu, you boleh pergi buat fokus letak pin dekat screen saya tu supaya dia lebih besar. Right? This is capital structure. What is the capital structure? Capital structure is the components of capital in the company. Okay. Struktur modal ini adalah merupakan komponen-komponen modal yang selalu digunakan ataupun yang biasanya ada di dalam sesebuah syarikat. That is what we call the capital structure in the company. Okay. In short is the capital structure. Okay, apa ada dalam what is the component of the capital structure? Apa ada atau apakah komponen-komponen di dalam capital structure? Okay. Yang pertama adalah atau ada sesiapa pernah tengok benda ni? Atau ada siapa nak cuba untuk penuhkan komponen ni? Cuba you Google. Hari ni kita santai-santai baca sikit. Cuba you Google what is the component of the capital structure? Okay, debt. Good. Debt. Okay. Okay, thank you, Anis. Debt. And then preferred stock. Preferred. Okay. Apa lagi? Retained earning. Retained earning. Okay, apa lagi? Okay, equity. Ya, apa tu? Common stock. Syafiqah, common stock. Okay. Okay. Dah cukup. Eh? Eh? This is what we call the component of capital structure. Alright, dah penuh. Okay, this is the four main components of the capital structure, which is number one, debt. Number two is preferred stock. Number three is common stock. And number four is retained earning. Semua dah dapat benda ni? Dah dapat benda ni? Alright. Debt, the example of the debt is bond. Okay. Okay. The example of the debt is bond. Setakat tu okay? Kalau tak okay, beritahu tahu. Okay. Preferred stock and common stock. Siapa cakap tadi? Sekejap, kita tengok chat. Alif. Okay, Muhammad Alif. Preferred stock and common stock, both here is what we call equity capital. Ataupun equity lah. Ataupun disebut equity. Okay. Preferred stock and common stock, both of them is equity. Ataupun kita panggil equity capital ataupun equity. Okay. Debt, the example of debt is bond. Okay. Bond adalah hutang dan hutang adalah bond. Okay. In company capital structure. So what is the retained earning? Retained earning is the unused or undivided profits. Okay, undivided profits. So normally retained earning is the internal capital, internal source of the capital. So normally retained earning is zero cost ataupun tidak ada cost untuk mendapatkan retained earning. Bagaimana retained earning ini boleh wujud? Okay. How retained earning occurs in the company. Ada ruang lagi? Ya, saya lupa sikit. Profit. Ini tak ada kena-mena ni. Profit. Nampak profit tu kan? Profit ataupun net profit. Okay. Net profit. Bila you buat income statement, in your income statement, atau in the last part of income statement is the net income. Okay. After apa ni, exclude all the expenses. Okay. After take in the account all the expenses, the last part is the profit or net income. Okay, ataupun kita panggil net profit or net income. Okay, net income goes to two parts. Net income ni biasanya akan pergi kepada dua bahagian. Right? Net profit or net income akan pergi may goes to two dimension or two parts. Okay. Sebelum tu saya nak tanya dulu, did you still remember what is the objective of the company? What is the ultimate objective of the company? Siapa masih ingat? Apakah dua matlamat utama apa tu kewujudan sesebuah syarikat? Bagus. Alright. Maknanya faham lah. Okay. I just want to relate what is the two main objective of the company with this one. Apa kaitan matlamat syarikat tadi, dua matlamat syarikat tadi dengan benda ini? Right? Sebab tu saya cakap hari tu, setiap topik itu dia ada kaitan. So, you all kena faham. Right? So, mari kita tengok jawapan tadi. Anissa. Okay. Nisa ada sini, Nisa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Anissa beri jawapan tadi. Maximize profit and maximize the shareholders wealth. So, kalau kita tengok di sini kan ada dua kan. This is what we call here. Sini Di sini kita panggil maximize profit. Okay. Boleh nampak kan? Di sini kita panggil dia maximize profit. So, bahagian ini apa? Di sini bahagian apa? Kita guna di sini adalah maximize shareholders. Right. Nampak tak? Okay. Di sini adalah maximize profit. Our first aim, our first objective, why we start our business is to maximize the profits. Okay, this is the first part. The second part is the maximize shareholders. Okay, in your opinion, how could we maximize the profits? Maximize the shareholders. Bagaimana kaedah cara kita memaksimumkan kekayaan pemegang saham? What the company do to maximize the shareholders' wealth? What should company do?
Saya rasa tentang pembayaran dividen mungkin. Sebab dividen yang dibayar kepada
Alright. Bagus. That's why profit ini akan pergi kepada dua. Boleh pergi kepada dua. Okay. Number one is dividend payment. Okay. Mereka beli saham, the shareholders buy our company share, and what they hope Okay, what's the target? Why they buy our share, our stock? Number one, they want to get the dividend. Okay. Number two, they want to enjoy the uh, capital gain. Okay. What is the capital gain? Capital gain, number one, capital gain adalah kenaikan harga saham tersebut. That is the capital gain. For example, katakan kita beli saham tu harganya RM1 hari ini, next week harga saham tersebut meningkat menjadi RM10. Contoh je lah, contoh. RM10 tolak RM1 harga minggu lepas, mean RM9. The difference. Okay. RM9 itu adalah capital gain. Kenaikan harga saham. And then another one is if the shareholders hold the share, our company share for some period of time, normally for 1 year accounting period kan. Sekiranya pembeli saham atau pemegang saham tersebut memegang saham kita untuk tempoh 1 tahun perakanan biasanya, dan tunggu sehingga pengisytiharan dividen, maka beliau akan dapat dividen. Okay. When the shareholder hold our share for 1 year, for example, and they wait until the declarations of bonus or dividend, they will get the dividend. Okay. Macam kita beli saham Amanah Saham Bumi Putra, Amanah Saham Nasional, sorry, simpan di tabung haji whatsoever, and KWSP, apa lagi saham yang kita ada. Every year we menunggu-nunggu, okay, pengisytiharan dividen. Okay, pengisytiharan dividen. Macam pagi ini ataupun hari ini Perdana Menteri mengisytiharkan dividen untuk pekebun getah Risda dan pekebun getah Felda. Okay, so mereka dapat dividen saham yang mereka simpan di Felda dan dividen saham yang mereka simpan di Risda. Okay, balik pada kes ini. Satu dividen. Yang kedua apa dia? Yang kedua inilah. Retained earning. Okay, nampak? Maximize the profit, maximize the shareholders. Bagaimana how we maximize the profit? We aim for the very maximum profit. That's how company maximize their income, maximize their profits. Okay, this is for company. And number two is maximize the shareholders. How the company can maximize the shareholders? Through the dividend payment. Okay, through the dividend payment, like Anissa said just now, through the dividend payment. Okay, even though ada dua, there are two income for the shareholders. Number one is dividend payment. Number two for the increase of the price of the share, ataupun kita panggil dia capital gain. So here, how retained earning occur in the company. What is the function of the retained earning? Retained earning we can use as a reinvestment. Reinvestment, what we call it, reinvestment capital. Okay, kita akan menggunakan keuntungan tahun lepas untuk sebahagiannya untuk dilaburkan semula bagi membiayai projek-projek masa hadapan. That's what we call reinvestment. Dilaburkan semula, reinvestment. Keuntungan tahun lepas, sebahagiannya kita bayar dividen dan sebahagiannya we keep in our company, meaning that retain earning. Okay, kita simpan sebahagian keuntungan tahun lepas sebagai modal untuk tahun akan datang. So kita panggil dia reinvestment. That is retain earning. How retain earning occur in our company. Setakat tu ada soalan? Any question? Any question? Ada soalan? Saya kata boleh ikut saya? Boleh ikut perbincangan kita? Contoh. Tengok Katakan kita untung, let's say untung here is 100. Untung here is net income here is 100 million. Okay, 100 million. And board of director declare a dividend for shareholder is 70%. Okay, let's say board of directors declare dividend payment for our company is 70%. So, berapa pembayaran dividen dan berapa pembayaran retain earning? Berapa kita simpan, berapa kita bayar dan berapa kita simpan? If our board of directors declare dividend payment 70%. Ulang Our net income here is 100 million, 100 juta. And after annual assembly or annual general meeting, board of directors agree to announce the dividend payment to our shareholders is 70%. So, berapa jumlah yang akan pergi ke pembayaran dividen tersebut? Anyone, please? Boleh ikut saya? Kita tak start lagi ni, topik nombor 5 ni. Sekarang ni boleh ikut saya? Are you with me now? Ataupun dah ke laut? Okey, soalan dia tadi, setakat ni boleh faham kan? Soalan dia tadi, net profit kita adalah 100 juta, 100 million here. Okay. Ingat 100 juta. Then in the general meeting, annual general meeting, AGM, our board of directors declare the dividend payment is 70%. So, berapakah jumlah yang akan pergi kepada dividen? How much dividend payment here? If in the general meeting, board of directors declare 70% dividend, berapa jumlah, berapa juta yang akan pergi ke dividend payment? Okey, bermaksud di sini adalah 70 million. Okay, 70 million. So, berapa yang akan jadi retain earning? How much now retain earning? So, retain earning here is 30 million. Kata boleh ikut? Saya nak tunjuk macam mana retain earning ini boleh wujud di dalam sesebuah syarikat. I just want to show you how retain earning exists in our company. Okay. So, keuntungan, this is net income. Okay. This is net income. Net income is maximize the profit. This is dividend payment, maximize the shareholders. So net profit 100 million. Dividend declare 70%. So 70 million. And another 30 million goes to the retained earning. Retained earning adalah keuntungan tahun lepas yang kita gunakan semula untuk pelaburan projek tahun hadapan. Ataupun kita panggil dia reinvestment. Reinvestment. So no cost. Sebab ini adalah internal source for this company. Okay, setakat itu boleh ikut. Setakat itu boleh ikut kan? Right. So apa kaitan dia dengan benda ni, capital structure? Debt untuk mendapatkan hutang, okay, to get atau debt in the company, we have to pay some cost. For example, we apply bank loan. Okay, we get bank loan, pembiayaan ataupun pinjaman bank. Kita tak dapat pinjaman bank secara percuma. We have to pay cost, interest cost. Okay, di sini ada cost. Di sini ada cost. Okay, ada percentage cost that we pay to the bond holder. Preferred stock and common stock also have the same cost. Okay, untuk mendapatkan preferred stock atau kita nak terbitkan preferred stock, we have to pay cost. And also, we have to pay cost for common stock. Right? Modal-modal yang kita perolehi di sini, semuanya ada cost. Semuanya menanggung cost. Okay? Debt atau bond ada cost yang kita perlu bayar. Kita nak dapatkan preferred stock, kita nak dapatkan common stock, we have to pay cost. Okay? Kita perlu mengeluarkan cost untuk mendapatkan modal ini. Melainkan except retain earning. Why? Because this is the internal source. Yang tadi ini, tiga ini adalah external source. External sources. Okay, this retained earning is the internet source because retained earning come from our last year profits, undivided profit. Okay, this is the divided profit that what we call the dividend. This is undivided profit, and we going to use again our last year profit in the next year project, or we call it a reinvestment. Alright, panjang cerita. Letak mereja sikit. Okay, ada soalan? Any question? We didn't start our topic 5 yet. Setakat tu dulu, ada soalan? Alright, I want you to understand this one first. Because of what? Because we're going to use this understanding, this illustration, this picture, this diagram in the next topic. Okay. Saya nak faham dia ni sebab kita akan gunakan benda ni di dalam topik-topik yang akan datang. Alright, can we start with our business today? Boleh kita mulakan dengan topik nombor 5. Okay. We start with bond. Start. Yeah. Okay, we start with bond. Start. All right. Here, kita start dengan bond. Okay, we start with bond. Here, bond is debt. Nampak tu? Bond is debt. Bond adalah hutang. Boleh ikut setakat tu? Bond adalah hutang. Bond is debt. In the company, bond is debt. Bond adalah sejenis modal ataupun satu sumber modal secara hutang. Kita dapat modal tersebut secara hutang. Bukan hutang company, tapi dia hutang modal. We start with the bond. What is the bond? The terminology of the bond, characteristic of the bond, valuation, bond valuation, and YTM, yield to maturity. Ni. Bond is debt. Long term, issued by the borrower, issued by our company, because now our company is the borrower. Promising to pay fixed coupon interest. Saya dah kata tadi, dia no free. Okay, ada cost. Okay. Dan costnya dibayar normally 6 months, 1 year, and pay the par value at maturity. And pay par value at the maturity. Saya ulang, what is the bond? Bond is the debt, the type of debt, long term, issued by our company now borrower, promising to pay fixed coupon or interest, okay, ada cost. Kalau tengok ni ada cost, saya sebut tadi cost. And normally pay 6 months, 1 year, and also pay the par value at maturity. So the terminology. Par value, the bond face par value, that is return to the bondholder at the maturity. Normally the par value of the bond is 1,000. Bond biasanya diterbitkan dalam denominasi 1,000. Okay, sekeping apa tu bond tersebut biasanya adalah dalam 1,000. Coupon rate adalah cost ataupun interest percentage of the par value of the bond will be paid out annually. Maturity is the length of time until the bond issuer return the par value to the bondholder and terminate the bond. Alright guys, sekarang saya nak you tengok di sini. This is what we call the timeline. This is what we call the timeline. Kalau you tengok di timeline ini, okay, tahun kosong, year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4, and this bond pay standard ataupun fixed interest rate 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and at the end of the year 4 or the maturity date, the issuer, the borrower, the bond issuer, pay the par value here 1,000. Kalau anda tengok timeline ini, apa yang anda boleh kaitkan dengan topik number 3 kita, which is time value of money. Dia terletak dalam kategori apa di dalam time value of money. Kita pernah tengok kan benda timeline ini kan di dalam topik timeline time value of money. Okay, we have covered this timeline, this example timeline here in the time value of money. So in what category can we put this timeline? Okay, siapa pandai? Compounding, good try Anissa. lain. Yes, bagus, pandai. This is what we call annuity. Silvi, Arfa, Waida, thank you very much. This is what we call annuity. Okay, apa maksud? Apa ada apa? Apa, can you activate the speaker?
Yes.
Okay, Pak.
Yeah.
Papa nak tanya, apa maksud annuity? What is the meaning of annuity?
It means that pay the same amount or every year.
Okay. Equal amount, same amount, equal amount for specific number of year. Okay, thank you, Pak. Tengok what is the annuity? Annuity is the equal amount. Nampak ni, equal amount for specified number of year. Kita tahu dengan exactly certainly. Okay, secara jelas yang kita tahu ini adalah suatu nombor ataupun suatu pembayaran ataupun penerimaan yang berulang-ulang 50, 50, 50, 50 for specified number of year. Okay, and the equal amount for specified number of year. Here, this is what we call annuity. Okay, ini kita panggil annuity. So, in the bond valuations, we're going to apply the annuity knowledge to solve the problem. Again, in the bond valuations question, we're going to apply the technique, the strategy, the knowledge of annuity in that problem. Setakat itu dulu. Kita sambung lagi. What is the claim on assets and income? Bond have a claim on asset and income that come ahead of common stock and preferred stock. Tadi saya terangkan. Indenture is the agreement. Okay. Indenture is the agreement between bond issuer and bond buyer, okay, on bond holder. That's what we call the indenture. Indenture adalah perjanjian, surat cara perjanjian, agreement antara penerbit bond dan pembeli bond. And then the last one is the current yield. Okay, current yield. Current yield is the ratio of annual interest payment. Okay. Tadi kan saya cakap board of director declare dividend 70%. That's one example of the current year. Okay, annual interest payment to the bond market price. Okay, this is the charge or the cost for the bond. Ada lagi, saya terangkan ini. Claim on asset. Claim on asset and income. Bond have a claim on asset and income that come ahead of common stock and preferred stock. Ya. Ini dah habis ke? Dah boleh saya padam? Kalau dah ni saya nak padam. Okay. What is the meaning of claim on asset and income? Okay. Let's say our company now in winding up situations ataupun kita panggil bankrupt. Okay. Sekarang company kita going to die. Okay. Company kita dalam keadaan nazak, going to trial in court, okay, for winding up. Akan berlaku tuntutan apabila syarikat kita telah bankrupt. Okay. their claim when our company in the bankruptcy situations. Number 2, kita ada dan akan the claim, kita panggil dia claimant ranking. Okay, ranking. Claim. Claimant ranking. Okay, claimant ranking. Okay, claimant ranking. Susunan tuntutan ataupun susunan tuntutan, claimant ranking. Number 2. Number 1 is that. 2. Preferred stock. 3. Common stock. This is the ranking, claimant ranking. Sekiranya syarikat kita dalam keadaan situasi bankrupt, and after we liquidate our all our assets, and we have money, we have the cash. Number 1, we have to settle the debt first. Kita mesti membayar hutang dulu. Have to settle, we have to pay off all debts in our company. After that, if we have any balance, okay, after we settle the debt, if we have any balance, then we pay to the preferred stock. Pay the preferred stockholders. To settle, we have to pay off all the preferred stocks. If there are any other balance, then we pay to the common stockholders. Okay. But how when there are no other balance? Bagaimana katakan aset-aset yang kita dah lelong tadi, all asset that we liquidate, and we have the money, we have the cash. After we pay, that there are no balance anymore. After we pay debt pun kita bayar tak habis pun, sebab duit tak cukup, cash tak cukup. After we settle that, but there are no more balance. There are no balance anymore. And the ranking stop only after the debt payment. Because there are no more money, no more cash to pay preferred stock, and no more money to pay common stock. Alright? Itu ranking tuntutan. Macam dalam Islam ya, in Islam, apabila seseorang individu Islam itu meninggal, individu Muslim pass away, before bring the body, the dead body to the graveyard, biasanya normally the parents or the family, sekiranya jenazah ini ada berhutang apa-apa, okay, sila buat tuntutan pada keluarga si mati. Right? Sama juga when the company here pass away, okay, bankrupt. Number 1, they must settle the debt first. Kemudian barulah dibayar jika ada lebihan. Barulah dibayar kepada waris ataupun anak-anak yang tinggal. Okay, because common stock holder is the owner of the company. Okay, ini adalah debtor. This is the owner. Ingat lagi, who is the common stockholders? Common stockholders is the true owner of the company. So dia akan terima pembayaran pada hujung atau pada akhir sekali. Sebab kita perlu settle the debtors first, penghutang-penghutang dulu, baru dapat pada waris. Okay. Okay. Bond rating. Last one. Okay, berapa ni kan? 11. 11 kan? Alright, bond rating. Bond ini ada rating dia. Ada first class bond, second class bond, third class bond. Macam tu lah. First class bond normally rate with macam ni lah, triple A. Okay, triple A itu adalah first class bond. Triple B so-so. Okay, at the middle range of the bond. Triple C bond yang not so good bond. Okay, risky bond. And if you can see here, bonds are traded in the capital market. Kalau nampak di sini, bond diperdagangkan di capital market. Bond traded in the capital markets. So, you all masih ingat kan what is the ciri-ciri, what is the characteristic of the capital market? Bond, sell and buy bond in the capital markets. So, what is the 4 or 5 characteristic of the capital market? Tak naklah panggil nama, saya dah kering dekat. Boleh rujuk. What is the 4 characteristic of the capital market? Then we can relate the characteristic of the capital market to the characteristic of the bond. So guys, what is the 4 or 5 characteristic of the capital market? Come on guys. Lain tak ada ke? Fah, thank you very much. Long term. Okay, one by one. Okay, one by one. Long term. Long term mean bond also long term. Okay, the characteristic of the capital market given by Alpha just now is the long term. So, kita akan faham that bond also long term. So the maturity of bond more than 1 year. Alright. Right? So bond adalah berjangka panjang. What is the meaning of the jangka panjang? What is the meaning of the long term? Long term mean more than 1 year. Maturity. So what is the second characteristic of the bond? What is the second characteristic of capital market? Low in liquidity. Meaning that bond also low in liquidity. Because of what? Because the value of the bond. Bond is the high value instrument. Okay. high value in instrument. So we have take time to liquidate or to sell this bond. And also, this bond only can redeem, okay, after the maturity date. Let's say the maturity date is 5 years. After 5 years, then we can redeem the bond. That's why low in liquidity. We cannot redeem the bond before the maturity date. Yes, of course, some of the bond we can redeem before the maturity date, but the issuer of the bond will deduct some amount. Okay, we cannot redeem in full amount. Okay, normally bond only can redeem push, okay, after the maturity date. That's why the bond is not so low in liquidity. Okay, low in liquidity. So what is the third characteristic of capital market? High risk and high return. Because of what? High risk, because bond is the long term. Long term means more than 1 year. When more than 1 year, we cannot predict, we cannot forecast. Kita tak boleh meramalkan what's going to happen in the next 5 years. The maturity of the bond, let's say 5 years. We cannot exactly meramalkan ataupun menjangkakan, we cannot forecast. Okay? We cannot predict what's going to happen in the next 3, in the next 4, in the next 5 years. Anything can happen in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, let's say. That make the bond high risk. Okay? Itu menjadikan bond itu lebih berisiko. Sebab kita tak boleh meramalkan apa yang akan berlaku lagi 5 tahun akan datang. Nak meramalkan apa? Kepada economic situations, the currency, ourselves sendiri pun we cannot assure that we can live, we can take a breath in the next year, in the next 5 years. Atau company kita sendiri pun, kita tak boleh meramalkan what's our company going to be in the next 5, in the next 10 years. Okay, that's make bond high risk and high return. Because the high risk, to compensate the high risk, bond come with high return. Okay. Kalau setakat risiko tinggi tanpa ada apa-apa pulangan, siapa pun tak akan beli. Anyone refuse if the bond with the high risk but there are no rewards. Okay, behind the high risk. So normally to compensate the high risk, the bonds come with high return. Okay, next, what is the nombor apa ni? The next characteristic of capital market. Apa ciri capital market dan seterusnya? Saya tengok yang berapa, yang 3, yang 4. Low in marketability. Okay. So, low in marketability. Susah kita nak jual bond. it takes time to sell and to buy back the bond. That is what we call low in marketability. It's take time, it's quite hard to sell the bond. Because of what? Because the value of the bond as well. The value of the bond, the minimum value of the bond is $1,000. 1,000 ringgit per piece. Okay, per sheet. Satu certificate. Okay, satu cert bond tersebut, the minimum amount is 1,000. Normally bonds only issued by a big giant company. Biasanya bond ini diterbitkan oleh syarikat-syarikat yang besar. Okay. Normally bond issued by established company, multinational company, MNC company, multinational company, established company, big giant company, not issued by small and new company. Bond biasanya diterbitkan oleh syarikat-syarikat besar. That's why in Malaysia, the bonds such as Petronas bond, TNB bond, and other big giant company, they issue the bond. Dan syarikat-syarikat besar, the big stable and profitable company issue the bond will rate as a AAA bond or first class bond. Bond yang diterbitkan sini, bond yang diterbitkan oleh syarikat not really stable company issue the bond will class by the BBB. And the risky company that also want to issue the bond will rate as the CCC bond. Okay. This is the factor. This is the reason why we class the bond according to the bond rating. Okay. Bond with greater reliance on equity or exposed to debt financing, profitable operation, low variability in the past earning, large firm, saya cakap tadi kan, big giant, established, multinational company, large firm size, little use of subordinate debt. This is the factors used to classify a bond. Is the bond in the category of AAA, in the bond of the category of BBB, and the bond in the category of C. Okay, please try Google. What is the bond rating agency in Malaysia? Our local bond rating agency. Sekarang cuba Google, apakah agensi penarapan bond di Malaysia? What is the two? Saya cakap dua je lah. What is the two agency rates our bond? Local. What is the two main bond rating agency in Malaysia? Buat sikit aja. Kemudian carikan saya juga, please also search what is the 3 international bond rating agency, 2 local bond rating agency, and 3 international bond rating agency. Sebenarnya di dalam persekitaran kita ada syarikat-syarikat yang memberi penarapan kepada bond, sama ada bond tersebut A, B atau C. Come on guys, dah nak habis ni. Hari ini kita lebih banyak kepada, today we more on general knowledge. Kita tak fokus sangat kepada just want you to remember what we did before and try to relate our discussion with the real situation out there. Okay guys, what is the 2 main or 2 bond rating agency in Malaysia, and what is the 3 international bond rating agency? Okay, Yin Hui. Okay, Yin Hui just give to us the international bond rating agency, which is S&P, Standard & Poor's, Moody's agency, and also Fitch rating. That is the 3 international bond rating agency out there. Okay, anda biasa nampak S&P, Standard & Poor's, Moody's, and Fitch rating. If you read the economic review, if you see bulletin utama, if you see news, Bloomberg dan sebagainya, Alif just give us the Malaysia, our local, okay, our local bond rating agency. Number 1 is the number 1 is the Malaysia Rating Corporation, MARC, and number 2 is the Rating Agency Malaysia. Okay, Rating Agency Malaysia, RAM. Ataupun sekarang dikenali sebagai RAM Rating Service. That is the name of the company. Okay. Di Malaysia kita ada 2 our local bond rating company. Number 1 is the RAM, Rating Agency Malaysia. Number 2 is the MARC, Malaysia Rating Corporation. Okay, Malaysia Rating Corporation. I think that's all for today. Any questions?